It's a very good day here in the palatial offices of Casual Watch Reviews, which is really my spare room. I was very kindly included by Ricky over at Scottish Watches in the review team for their latest Spinnaker collaboration watch. Scottish Watches have done a number of collaboration watches. This is in fact their second one that they've done with Spinnaker, and I interviewed Ricky about that first one, and I'll leave a link in the description down below for that. If you're a fan of the Scottish Watches podcast, which I believe is the top, if not one of the top watch related podcasts, so if you've never heard of it, definitely check it out on iTunes or your favorite podcasting platform. But they very kindly sent me this watch in for review. It's very cool, has quite a quirky dial. So what we'll do is we'll flip the camera around, I'll review it, I'll give my opinion, and then as always, the most important part is you giving me your opinion at the end of the review. So let's flip the camera around, we'll dive straight in. So let's see what the team over at Scottish Watches has come up with this collab with Spinnaker. This is, of course, their second Spinnaker collab that they've done. Let's pull it out the box. We've got a bit of the Scottish Watches X Spinnaker on the front here. The inner box, we have the Scottish Watches logo, but it's been slightly modified with a little hint of the inspiration for this watch in the saltire there. Spinnaker on the side, let's open it up. So just have one of the standard Spinnaker boxes inside, but let's have a look as we open it up. Great, we've got the warranty card, and then these are limited editions. So there is going to be 650 pieces. This is currently for sale here in the US at the Wind Up Watch Shop for $425 and Spinnaker's direct website. There's a little bit of history here about the watch and the inspiration for the watch, and then the name of the watch, the Nessie Pearl Diver limited edition, 650 pieces. Wow, this watch really is quite distinctive looking. It looks even more refined than the last Fleuss watch that I've seen. Brushing and polishing elements. We have that oversized bezel with the nice knurling on it there. And this one comes with a leather strap with blue, dark blue and white, of course, to match the Scottish flag. Onion crown, which is screw down. We have an hour and a minute hand, but no seconds hand. And we will go through that when we talk a little bit about some of the Easter eggs. This is called the Pearl Diver because there is a blue, beautiful blue pearlescent dial. We could also see those raised numbers and indices with the lume behind, but then a metallic blue top to it, which gives a beautiful 3D look. Same with the hands. The hands almost look cartoonish with the dial, which I think gives it a very distinctive look. The bezel has white at the 10, 20, 40 and 50. And I bet if we overlay the Scottish flag, the Scottish saltire on here, I bet that matches up perfectly. If we flip it over, it's using the Miyota 8245 movement. We could see another nod to Scottish Watches at the bottom there. And then the rotor, which is really cool. We can see the Loch Ness monster. So as that goes around, we get water, and then we see Nessie popping its head out there with a bit of Nessie's body, and then Nessie's head there, going back to that iconic photo, which I think's been debunked quite a few times now, but certainly the most iconic photo that there's been of Nessie. Miyota is a great, robust automatic movement that they've put in here, so you'll get many years of reliable use. Quick release strap. We don't have a second strap, which we sometimes get with the Scottish watches, but what they do provide is a really nice UV torch. And you'll need that for one of the other Easter eggs on here. We also have some coordinates on there at the top, and I'll give you a little idea of where those coordinates match. But if we move around to the front, the real star of the show, at the 4 o'clock position, you'll see that there is a small seconds movement in here, I believe, and that is Nessie's head, similar to the back to the rotor, popping its head out of the water and then going back round. So a real nice nod to Scotland. That's what Ricky and the team over at Scottish Watches are so good at doing with these watches. Plenty of Easter eggs, plenty of nods to the Scottish heritage, both of the podcast and of the presenters as well. This is such a unique watch. You're probably never going to see anybody with this watch. This is 650 pieces, coming in at $425. Overall, I think a pretty solid watch. And if you enjoy the podcast and want to support the guys over there, I would head on over to the Wind Up Watch shop here in the US and Spinnaker's direct website. We can't end the review without doing a wrist shot. Here you can see it on my 7.2-inch wrist. It's a 43mm case, 13mm thickness. This is a 22mm lug width. And if we pull the calipers out, you're looking at around 51 mil from lug to lug there. The strap is made for, I mean, you'd certainly get this on a much larger wrist. Even though I'm on a 7.2-inch wrist, I'm almost unusually at the end of the strap. I've only got one more notch to go. So if you've got smaller wrists, just maybe keep that in mind. This strap certainly seems to be made for a much larger wrist. So keep that in mind. And yeah, so you get the watch. I believe you'll be getting the UV torch as well. I don't know whether that was just something special that came in these press ones, but this one certainly came with a UV torch so you can really see Nessie. More importantly, what did you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, love it if you hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up and the bell notification, and I'll see you all next time on Casual Watch Reviews.